Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a simple truth that holds the power to shape your destiny. What you think and what you do are not just actions and ideas, they are the architects of your life. Every great achievement, every monumental invention, and every story of success began first as a thought. But let me be clear, a thought alone is not enough. A dream, no matter how big, remains an illusion until it is paired with action. Thinking without doing is like preparing the soil but never planting the seed. You cannot expect a harvest from what you did not sow. Your thoughts are the seeds, but your actions are the rain and sunlight that make those seeds grow. Many people dream of success, but few are willing to wake up early, work hard, and stay consistent. Thinking will set your direction, but action determines your destination. Let's break it down even further. Your thoughts are the foundation of everything you achieve in life. They are not just fleeting ideas or random musings. They are the seeds from which your future grows. What you allow into your mind and choose to dwell upon becomes the blueprint for the life you build. This is why the greatest leaders, thinkers, and achievers emphasize the power of the mind as the starting point for any success. If you think lowly of yourself, or if your thoughts are filled with fear and doubt, then your life will reflect that internal perspective. Conversely, when you fill your mind with purpose, belief, and hope, your actions naturally align with those thoughts and create opportunities that propel you forward. The mind is like fertile soil. If you plant weeds, negative, self-defeating thoughts, then weeds will grow. But if you plant healthy seeds, ideas filled with purpose, positivity, and possibility, then you will reap a harvest that reflects those thoughts. What you think becomes what you believe, and what you believe dictates how you behave. For example, someone who believes they are capable of achieving greatness approaches challenges differently than someone who believes they are destined to fail. The former sees obstacles as opportunities to grow, while the latter sees them as reasons to give up. This is the power of thought. It shapes not only your mindset, but also your actions, habits, and ultimately your results. Consider this: every great achievement in human history started as a thought. The invention of the airplane, the creation of life-saving medicines, and even the monumental changes brought by civil rights movements all began in the minds of individuals who dared to believe in a vision that others could not see. Their thoughts set the direction for their lives, and in many cases changed the course of history. This underscores the truth that your thoughts are not trivial. They are the unseen architects of everything you will ever build. However, this principle works both positively and negatively. If your thoughts are dominated by fear, insecurity, or self-doubt, those thoughts shape your actions just as much as positive ones do. A person who constantly thinks, "I can't," will live a life that reflects that belief. They may not even attempt to pursue opportunities because their mindset convinces them that failure is inevitable. On the other hand, someone who thinks, "I can," approaches life with a completely different energy. They try harder, they persist longer, and they remain open to solutions and alternatives that others might overlook. It's important to recognize that your thoughts influence your emotions, and your emotions influence your behavior. If your mind is consumed with negativity, it affects how you feel about yourself and the world around you. This in turn affects the way you engage with others, the risks you're willing to take, and even the resilience you bring to difficult situations. For instance, a person who allows their thoughts to dwell on past failures or mistakes is likely to approach new challenges with hesitation and fear. Their mind has already convinced them that they will fail again, so their actions or lack thereof reflect that mindset. In contrast, someone who trains their mind to focus on lessons learned and opportunities for growth sees each challenge as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. The truth is, your thoughts are constantly setting the course for your life, whether you realize it or not. Every decision you make, every opportunity you pursue or ignore, every relationship you nurture or neglect, these are all influenced by the way you think. This is why it's critical to guard your mind and take control of your thoughts. You must be intentional about what you allow to shape your mental landscape. Surround yourself with positive influences, people, books, environments, and experiences that challenge you to think bigger and better. If you feed your mind with uplifting and empowering ideas, those ideas will take root and begin to transform the way you see yourself in the world. Ultimately, the thoughts you choose to embrace set the direction for your actions. When you believe that you have purpose and potential, you start to act like someone with purpose and potential. This alignment between thought and action creates momentum. Each positive thought leads to a positive action, and each positive or positive, you are capable of achieving great things. Over time, this cycle becomes the driving force behind your success. So, if you want to change your life, start by changing your thoughts. Refuse to entertain negativity or self-doubt. Instead, fill your mind with possibilities and solutions. Think about the person you want to become, the goals you want to achieve, and the impact you want to make. Visualize it, believe it, and let your thoughts set the direction for the life you're determined to create. Dreams, no matter how big or beautiful, remain intangible until they are transformed into actions. Your actions are what bring your thoughts to life, turning ideas into realities and aspirations into achievements. While thinking sets the stage by defining your direction, it is what you do that determines where you will ultimately end up. Without action, even the most inspiring vision becomes nothing more than a fleeting daydream. Success is not about what you wish for, but about what you are willing to work for. Action is the force that converts potential into progress. Think of a seed buried in fertile soil that holds immense potential for growth, but without water, sunlight, and care, it will never sprout. Similarly, your dreams and plans remain dormant without the consistent effort to nurture and develop them. Many people have incredible ideas or ambitions, yet they fail to move beyond the planning stage. They wait for perfect conditions, ideal circumstances, or the right moment, and as a result, they stay stuck in the realm of intention. The truth is, action is what creates the opportunities people often wait for. By stepping forward and taking initiative, set events into motion that can lead to the outcomes you desire. Action requires courage because it involves risk. Thinking is safe. It allows you to imagine without consequence. But taking action means putting yourself out there. It means trying, failing, learning, and trying again. This is where many people falter. The fear of failure, rejection, or embarrassment holds them back from taking the steps necessary to achieve their goals. Yet without action, failure is guaranteed because nothing is ever attempted. In contrast, who are willing to act even in the face of uncertainty, position themselves for growth and success. Every action, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals and teaches you something valuable along the way. Another important aspect of action is consistency. Taking one step is not enough. It is the continuous effort over time that yields results. Consider a person who wants to run a marathon. Thinking about the race and visualizing crossing the finish line might inspire them, but inspiration alone won't prepare their body for the challenge. They must train regularly, pushing themselves a little further each day. In the same way, achieving any significant goal requires sustained effort. Action is not a one-time event, it is a daily commitment to the process of growth and improvement. Action also requires prioritization. Not all activities lead to progress. Some people mistake busyness for productivity, filling their days with tasks that feel urgent but do not contribute to their larger goals. Effective action is intentional and focused. It is about identifying the steps that truly matter and directing your energy toward those. This means saying no to distractions, procrastination, and activities that do not align with your purpose. By focusing your actions on what is meaningful, you maximize your impact and move steadily toward your desired destination. There is a profound relationship between action and momentum. When you begin to act, even in small ways, you build a sense of progress that fuels further action. This momentum creates a positive cycle. Each accomplishment, no matter how minor, boosts your confidence and motivates you to take the next step. Momentum also helps you overcome inertia, the natural resistance to starting something new. The hardest part of any journey is often the first step, but once you begin, the process becomes easier and the path forward becomes clearer. It's also worth noting that action often clarifies your vision. Many people hesitate to act because they feel they need to have every detail of their plan figured out before they begin. However, action has a way of revealing the next step. As you engage with the process, you gain insights and experiences that refine your approach. Waiting for perfect clarity or certainty often leads to stagnation, while taking action allows you to learn and adapt as you go. Importantly, your actions are what create your legacy. When others look back on your life, they will not remember what you intended to do, they will remember what you actually did. Your impact on the world is defined by the choices you make and the effort you invest. Whether it's the relationships you nurture, the work you produce, or the causes you support, Your actions leave a tangible mark that speaks louder than your words or plans ever could. In the end, success is not reserved for those who dream the most, but for those who do the most with what they have. The difference between a life of mediocrity and a life of extraordinary achievement lies in the willingness to act. It is not enough to think about your goals or talk about your ambitions. You must step forward, take risks, and persist through challenges. Action transforms potential into reality, ideas into innovations, into legacies. So don't wait for the perfect moment or ideal circumstances. Start now, take deliberate action, and commit to the process. Remember, it is not what you wish for, but what you work for that determines the course of your life. Your actions hold the key to unlocking the future you envision. Take the first step and then keep moving forward. Your thoughts are the foundation of your identity. What you think about yourself becomes the reality you live in. You are at this very moment a reflection of the ideas you have allowed to take root in your mind. These thoughts shape how you see the world, how you perceive yourself, and ultimately how you behave. If you believe you are powerless, incapable, or unworthy, your actions will align with those beliefs. Conversely, if you believe you are full of potential, equipped with purpose, and destined for greatness, your behavior will naturally follow that conviction. The connection between your thoughts and your identity is profound. Your mind acts as the command center of your life, filtering every experience through the lens of your self-perception. When you think negatively about yourself, it colors the way you interpret your circumstances, opportunities, and relationships. For example, someone who thinks I'm not good enough might shy away from challenges, assuming failure is inevitable. They may avoid risks, retreat from opportunities, and even sabotage their own progress because their mind is working against them. On the other hand, someone who thinks I have what it takes approaches life with a sense of confidence and determination. Even in the face of difficulty, they persevere because they see themselves as capable and resilient. It's important to understand that your thoughts are not just private musings, they are the building blocks of your identity. Over time, the thoughts you think repeatedly form beliefs, and those beliefs solidify into your sense of self. If you allow negative or limiting thoughts to dominate, they create a mental environment where doubt, fear, and insecurity thrive. These beliefs then influence every aspect of your life, from your goals and ambitions to the way you interact with others. For instance, if you constantly think, I'm not smart enough, you will likely avoid situations where your intellect might be tested. You may refrain from applying for challenging roles or pursuing advanced education because your self-concept convinces you that success is out of reach. Unfortunately, this creates a cycle of limitation. By avoiding opportunities, you rob yourself of the chance to grow, improve your fears wrong. Your thoughts become a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforcing the very beliefs that hold you back. But here's the good news: just as your thoughts can limit you, they can also empower you. When you consciously choose to think higher thoughts, you begin to reshape your identity. By feeding your mind with positive, empowering beliefs, you create a mental environment where confidence, courage, and purpose flourish. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with the decision to challenge negative thoughts and replace them with affirmations of truth and possibility. For example, instead of thinking, I'll never succeed, you can reframe your thoughts to say, I am learning and growing every day, and success is within my reach. Over time, this kind of thinking builds a new belief system, one that sees failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end, and effort as the pathway to progress. As your beliefs change, so does your behavior. A person who believes they are capable to approach challenges with a problem-solving mindset, take risks with confidence, and pursue their goals with determination. The relationship between your thoughts and your identity also extends to how you view your worth. Many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy, often comparing themselves to others or measuring their value by external standards. But your true worth is not determined by what you have or what you achieve. It is rooted in your inherent purpose and potential. When you allow your thoughts to align with this truth, it transforms how you see yourself. Instead of striving for validation from others, you begin to live from a place of authenticity and self-assurance. This transformation has a ripple effect. When you think positively about yourself, it changes how you engage with the world. You become more open to opportunities, more resilient in the face of setbacks, and more intentional about pursuing your purpose. Others begin to notice the shift, responding to your confidence and self-belief with respect and trust. Your thoughts not only shape your identity, but also influence the way others perceive and interact with you. It's important to recognize that this process requires ongoing effort. Negative thoughts will always try to creep in, especially during times of stress or uncertainty. But you have the power to choose what you focus on. By being intentional about your mental diet, what you read, listen to, and surround yourself with, you can reinforce thoughts that build you up rather than tear you down. You can cultivate an identity rooted in possibility, strength, and purpose, one thought at a time. In the end, your identity is not fixed, it is fluid, shaped by the thoughts you nurture. If you want to change who you are, start by changing how you think. See yourself not as a victim of great potential and unique purpose. Let your thoughts reflect the person you aspire to become, and your actions will follow suit. As you align your thinking with truth, possibility, and purpose, you will not only transform your identity, but also unlock the life you were meant to live. Your actions define your legacy. No matter how grand your intentions or how inspiring your thoughts, it is what you do that leaves a lasting mark. While your thoughts set the foundation and your beliefs guide your direction, it is your consistent actions that shape how you will be remembered. At the end of your life, people won't reflect on what you plan to do, what you meant to do, or what you dreamed about doing. They will reflect on what you actually accomplished. Legacy is not built on potential, but on the tangible contributions you make through your efforts, sacrifices, and dedication. In life, many people are filled with good intentions. They talk about what they want to achieve, the changes they want to make, or the goals they hope to accomplish. Yet intentions alone do not create impact. The world doesn't change because of ideas left unacted upon. It changes when those ideas are transformed into concrete deeds. This is why action is the cornerstone of a meaningful legacy. No one will remember the book you wanted to write but never started, the business you dreamed of building but never pursued, or the relationships you intended to mend but left broken. What defines you is the work you commit to, the steps you take, and the progress you make. Your legacy is shaped by how you invest your time and energy. Every choice you make, big or small, contributes to the story you are writing about your life. For instance, a person who consistently acts with kindness, generosity, and integrity will be remembered as someone who uplifted others and made a difference. On the other hand, someone who talks about doing good but fails to act may be forgotten, leaving behind nothing of substance. This is a sobering reminder that actions are what truly matter. They serve as the evidence of your character, your priorities, and your commitment to living a purposeful life. One of the key aspects of building a legacy through action is consistency. Legacy is not created overnight. It is the result of deliberate, repeated efforts over time. A single great act, while impressive, cannot define an entire life. It is the accumulation of many actions performed day after day, year after year, that build something enduring. Imagine a sculptor working on a block of marble. With each strike of the chisel, they bring their vision to life. It is not one mighty blow that creates the masterpiece, but thousands of small, deliberate strikes. In the same way, your legacy is crafted through the consistent application of effort and purpose. Another important element of legacy building is the ability to focus on what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions, it is easy to spend time on activities that feel urgent but are ultimately inconsequential. Many people fall into the trap of busyness, mistaking constant activity for meaningful progress. However, true legacy is built by prioritizing actions that align with your values, your goals, and the impact you want to have on others. This requires intentionality and clarity. Ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? What contributions do I want to make to my family, community, or the world? Once you have a clear vision, direct your energy toward actions that support that vision and eliminate those that do not. Legacy is also tied to the way you influence others. The actions you take today ripple outward, affecting the lives of those around you and even those you may never meet. A teacher who pours time and effort into shaping young minds leaves a legacy in the form of the knowledge, confidence, and inspiration they instill in their student. A parent who demonstrates love, discipline, and wisdom leaves a legacy in the form of children who carry those values into the next generation. A leader who acts with courage and integrity leaves a legacy by setting an example that others strive to emulate. Whether you realize it or not, Your actions have a far-reaching impact, and the way you live your life influences more people than you can imagine. It is also important to recognize that legacy is not about perfection. No one is flawless, and mistakes are an inevitable part of life. What matters is how you respond to those mistakes. Do you take responsibility, learn from them, use them as opportunities for growth, or do you let them define you and hold you back? Your ability to act with humility, resilience, and perseverance in face of failure is a key part of your legacy. People will remember not just your successes, but also the way you overcame challenges and stayed true to your values. Finally, your legacy is shaped by the relationships you nurture and the lives you touch. While achievements and accomplishments are important, the most enduring legacies are often found in the way you make others feel. A life lived in service to others, whether through acts of kindness, generosity, mentorship, or encouragement, creates a legacy that endures far beyond material success. People may forget the specifics of what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. In the end, legacy is about creating something that outlasts you. It is about leaving behind a world that is better because you were in it. This requires action, intentional, consistent, and impactful action. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start building your legacy, because every moment counts. The choices you make and the actions you take today are shaping the story that will be told about you tomorrow. Make it a story worth remembering. Discipline is the bridge that connects your thoughts to your accomplishments. No matter how inspiring your dreams or how clear your goals, without discipline, they remain out of reach. Discipline is the force that turns good intentions into consistent action, and it is the foundation upon which all meaningful progress is built. It ensures that what you think about and hope for becomes more than just ideas. They become realities shaped by sustained effort and focus. At its core, discipline is about self-control. It is the ability to resist distractions, delay gratification, and stay committed to your purpose even when it is inconvenient or uncomfortable. Many people dream of success but struggle to achieve it because they lack the discipline to follow through. They start projects with enthusiasm but abandon them when motivation, when these challenges arise. Discipline, however, is not reliant on fleeting feelings of motivation. It is a choice, a decision to act in alignment with your goals regardless of external circumstances or emotional states. Think of discipline as a muscle. Just like physical strength, it grows stronger with consistent use. Each time you choose to stick to your plan, whether it's waking up early, completing a task, or resisting a temptation, you are exercising your discipline. Over time, these small, consistent choices build a habit of self-control that becomes second nature. Conversely, every time you give in to distractions or abandon your commitments, you weaken your ability to stay disciplined. This is why it's important to approach discipline as a skill that can be developed through practice and persistence. Discipline also brings structure to your life. Without it, even the best plans can fall apart due to lack of focus or direction. For example, someone who dreams of writing a book might never complete it if they only write when they feel inspired. Discipline, on the other hand, establishes a routine, a commitment to write every day, even when inspiration is lacking. This structure creates momentum, and over time, the small daily efforts accumulate into significant progress. Discipline ensures that you don't wait for perfect conditions or ideal moments to act. You simply show up and do the work, knowing that consistency is what leads to success. Discipline also fosters a sense of integrity. When you are disciplined, you honor your commitments to yourself and to others. This builds trust and credibility as people recognize that you are reliable and dependable. It also enhances your self-esteem as you prove to yourself that you are capable of following through on your goals. Each disciplined choice reinforces your confidence, creating a positive cycle of self-belief and achievement. However, it's important to recognize that discipline is not about perfection. Even the most disciplined individuals experience moments of weakness or failure. What sets them apart is their ability to recover quickly and recommit to their goals. Discipline is not about never making mistakes. It's about refusing to let mistakes derail your progress. It's about showing up day after day, even when the journey feels difficult or discouraging. Ultimately, discipline is the force that transforms potential into reality. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be, turning dreams into tangible outcomes. It requires effort, focus, and persistence, but the rewards are immeasurable. Through discipline, you build habits that lead to success, overcome challenges that test your resolve, and create a life that reflects your highest aspirations. If you want to achieve greatness, start by cultivating discipline. Train yourself to stay focused, resist distractions, and remain committed to your purpose. Embrace the process even when it's hard, and trust that your consistent effort will pay off. Remember, discipline is not a limitation. It is the key to unlocking your full potential and creating the life you envision. Momentum is critical because it creates a snowball effect. Just like a snowball rolling down a hill, momentum gains strength with every bit of progress, no matter how small. The first step might feel like the hardest as you're working against inertia, but as soon as you push forward, the momentum you generate makes it easier to continue moving. When you keep taking action, no matter how small, it begins to might have seemed daunting. A major project, a huge goal now feels more attainable because you started to see results. This encourages you to keep going, which reinforces the cycle of momentum. The key to creating momentum is to focus on taking consistent action. Many people start a project with great enthusiasm but lose steam when they don't see immediate results. They get discouraged and abandon the effort before they have a chance to experience the benefits of momentum. The reality is that progress often happens gradually. What looks like a slow start can, over time, turn into substantial movement forward if you stay consistent. Consistency is the key ingredient that unlocks momentum. Whether it's practicing a skill, building a business, or working toward a personal goal, success isn't achieved overnight. It's the daily small efforts that compound and eventually produce significant results. Another benefit of momentum is that it reduces the fear of failure. Fear of failure often prevents us from taking the first step or pursuing our dreams. We hesitate because we're unsure of the outcome, and we fear that we won't be successful. However, once you start to gain momentum, your perspective shifts. As you continue to make progress, you begin to see that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Momentum helps you realize that failures aren't final, they are simply part of the process. When momentum is on your side, you become less afraid of failure because you know that each misstep is just another opportunity to learn and improve. You begin to understand that you are capable of adapting and overcoming obstacles as they arise. Momentum also helps you stay motivated, especially during tough times. Every goal will have its challenges, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But with momentum, those challenging moments don't feel as insurmountable. Someone sticks out along you that will remind you that progress is possible, and that encourages you to keep going. Think about someone training for a marathon. At first, running a few miles feels exhausting. But with every run, their body gets stronger, and with every mile, they get closer to their goal. The physical fatigue is easier to handle because they've built momentum. They can see the progress they've made, which pushes them through the tough times. In addition to boosting motivation, momentum also enhances productivity. When you're in motion, it becomes easier to stay in motion. It's much harder to start a task than to continue working once you've already begun. This is why it's so important to take those first steps and get the ball rolling, even if it's with small actions. Once you've built momentum, your abilities to stay focused, complete tasks, and move closer to your goal becomes more efficient. The work becomes less daunting, and your productivity increases as a result. Building momentum requires a mindset shift. It's about embracing the process and committing to continuous action. Often we expect immediate results, but true progress takes time. The power of momentum lies in its ability to make the journey smoother and more rewarding. It teaches you the value of persistence, resilience, and consistency. It's not about waiting for the perfect conditions to begin. It's about taking action, trusting the process, and allowing momentum to take over. Momentum works best when you have a clear direction. Without focus, it can be easy to lose momentum or direct it in unproductive ways. Having a clear sense of purpose helps you stay on track, making it easier to maintain momentum. When you know where you're headed, each step you take feeds into that vision, reinforcing your progress and encouraging you to keep moving forward. Whether you're building a new skill, growing a business, or simply working toward a personal goal, the clarity of your purpose will help you harness the power of momentum to keep you moving forward. Ultimately, momentum is a powerful force that makes achieving goals easier. It's the key to overcoming resistance, maintaining motivation, and increasing productivity. The more you take action, the more momentum you build, and the further you move toward your dreams. So start now, even if it's just one small step, and allow momentum to guide you towards success. Every action you take brings you closer to your goals, and once the momentum starts to build, you'll find that the journey becomes easier and more rewarding than you ever imagined. Your environment plays a critical role in shaping your thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately your destiny. It is said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, but it's not just the people around you that influence your life, it's also the physical spaces, the information you consume, and the energy you surround yourself with. Your environment has the power to either lift you up or hold you back. It can inspire you to reach new heights or drain your energy and diminish your potential. Understanding the impact of your environment and actively creating one that aligns with your goals is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward achieving success. Your environment includes everything from the people you interact with, the places you frequent, and the media you consume, to the habits and rituals that surround you daily. These influences are often subtle, but they work continuously to shape your mindset and behaviors. If you spend time with individuals who are negative, disempowered, or lack ambition, it becomes harder for you to maintain a positive, proactive mindset. Likewise, if you immerse yourself in environments that are chaotic, distracting, or uninspiring, it becomes more difficult to stay focused and driven toward your goals. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with positive, motivated, and supportive people and create a physical space that promotes focus and creativity, you are more likely to thrive. Think about the power of the people in your life. If you are constantly surrounded by those who are skeptical of your dreams or who discourage you from pursuing your ambitions, their attitudes can affect your own confidence and belief in yourself. They may not mean to be harmful, but their negativity can be contagious, leading you to doubt your abilities and question your goals. Conversely, when you surround yourself with people who uplift, encourage, and challenge you to be your best, they become a source of strength and inspiration. These are the kinds of relationships that push you to stretch beyond your comfort zone and reach for something greater. The energy of those around you has a profound impact on your own energy levels, mindset, and willingness to take action. But it's not just about the people you spend time with, it's also about the physical spaces you inhabit. Your environment includes the places where you live, work, and play. A cluttered, disorganized space can have a negative effect on your mental clarity and productivity. It can create feelings of overwhelm, making it harder to focus and take decisive action. A clean, organized, and inspiring space, on the other hand, can stimulate creativity, foster concentration, and encourage a sense of peace and purpose. For instance, a workspace that is filled with personal items that inspire you, or a home environment that is serene and orderly, can promote mental clarity and focus. The spaces you choose to be in can either support or hinder your progress, so it's essential to be mindful of the environments you cultivate. The information you consume is another key element of your environment. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with information, social media, news, entertainment, and advertisements. This constant influx of data can have a profound effect on your mindset and behavior. If you immerse yourself in negativity, fear, or drama, it can lower your energy levels and make it more difficult to maintain a positive outlook. Conversely, if you choose to consume information that inspires, educates, and empowers you, it can help to shape a mindset of growth, possibility, and success. For example, listening to motivational podcasts, reading books that expand your knowledge, and watching videos that inspire you can create a positive feedback loop, reinforcing your goals and beliefs. The content you expose yourself to becomes a powerful influence on your thoughts and actions. Your environment also includes the habits and routines you create. The way you structure your daily activities you prioritize and the rituals you engage in all contribute to your overall environment. If you have habits that align with your goals, such as exercising regularly, setting time aside for personal growth, and practicing gratitude, these routines create an environment of success. They reinforce the mindset and behaviors necessary for achievement. On the other hand, if you are caught in the habit of procrastination, negativity, or unhealthy routines, Your environment becomes one that fosters stagnation and discontent. Habits, both big and small, are the invisible forces that either drive you toward your goals or pull you away from them. By intentionally creating habits that support your vision, you shape an environment that sets you up for success. As you reflect on your environment, it's important to recognize that you have the power to change it. If your current environment is not serving you, it's time to take action and make adjustments. This might mean distancing yourself from negative influences, decluttering your physical space, or actively seeking out people and information that align with your values and aspirations. The good news is that change doesn't have to be overwhelming. Even small shifts in your environment can have a significant impact on your mindset and progress. It's about making intentional choices to surround yourself with positivity, focus, and support while eliminating distractions, negativity, and chaos. Ultimately, the environment you create is a reflection of your commitment to your goals. It's the backdrop against which you take action, face challenges, and make progress. If you want to achieve more, reach higher, and unlock your potential, start by transforming your environment. Surround yourself with people, spaces, and routines that empower you to be your best. The right environment has the ability to push you beyond what you thought was possible, helping you to stay focused, motivated, and on track toward your dreams. In conclusion, the connection between what you think and what you do is the cornerstone of creating a meaningful and impactful life. Your thoughts lay the foundation for your intentions and desires, but it is your actions that transform those thoughts into reality. It is through discipline, consistency, and focus that you bridge the gap between dreams and accomplishments. Momentum is the force that propels you forward, while a positive environment nurtures and amplifies your efforts. Success doesn't come from grand ideas alone, but from the small, deliberate steps you take every day. Your legacy will not be defined by what you merely thought about, but by what you did, how you did it, and the lives you touched along the way. By taking responsibility for your actions, creating a supportive environment, and staying committed to your purpose, you will unlock your true potential and achieve greatness. The life you desire is within your reach, and it all begins with the powerful alignment of your thoughts and actions.